Joining us on Valley News Live, a look in on the Devil's Lake area thanks to our friends at Home of Economy there. Still some snow banks on the side of the streets and temperatures there a little bit lower than what we enjoyed here in the Southern Valley. All of us remain, though, below average. A lot to talk about. I want to highlight this again because as we go through a very wet weekend and into next week, there'll be impacts of all the water that we get on our flooding concerns. I think we'll see an expansion of overland flooding in certain areas. Some rivers may not rise a lot, but they'll spread out and cover more land. And we also could see more washed out roads just like last weekend. So have the Valley News Live weather app handy or valleynewslive.com to check the latest road reports. There you can see if there are impacted roads. And if you're unfamiliar with those roads, just be extremely careful. And if you come across flooding, turn around, don't drown. And for many, as we go into next week, as this water this weekend heads into the river basins, another crest is going to be possible on some rivers. The areas we are concerned about are those that are sitting in these major flood stages already. The Pembina River at Netchie is one of those. And any of you north of Grand Forks battling flood problems as the Red River is still rising. And what would another crest look like? Well, just as we come off a crest from last weekend's rain event, the more low we can get the water levels, the better, because our rivers will be taking on the water from our next round of rain. So we expect to see rises. Your forecasts here, the hydrographs we call them, do not include the weekend's rain in these traces on river level expectations. So I anticipate we will see some areas with crests. I'll have details on Hutch's hunch on where those will be here in a minute, but right now mid-50s for Fargo, for Moorhead as well. And the wind not bad. A beautiful day to get out and enjoy some outdoor activities. I anticipate we'll be smelling some barbecuing going on out there by the morning hours already. Showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder with this, and periods of heavy rain in the south. This pushes north to south by midday. Notice the focus on the heavier rain in the yellows and oranges and even reds will be on the North Dakota side of the river until we get into the midday and afternoon hours. It spreads into northwest Minnesota. So a very wet day in the James River Valley, the Cheyenne River Valley, the Goose River, as well as at Pembina River up near Netchie. And look at this, focusing from Fargo all the way up through the Canadian border into northwest Minnesota all day long. Not much rain, or not as much rain chance as we look to the east into Minnesota for Friday. Overnight and Saturday, here comes your chance in Minnesota for heavy rain, and periods of moderate to heavy rainfall continuing throughout the day will persist. And look at this. It's still falling in the Cheyenne and James River Valley up into northwest portions of Minnesota. Some of you along the Red Lake River watershed may not pick up your rainfall until Saturday and Saturday late. So that's good news for that watershed, but we'll keep you apprised if this changes in its orientation or location for heaviest rain. Notice the switch over to snow happens Saturday night. Some of you could get big, huge flakes, and there could be some accumulation as the rain chances continue into Sunday. So here's a look at rainfall potential. 1 to 2 plus inches, basically northwest Minnesota through most of the eastern one half of North Dakota. We could even see some spots with 3 to more inches of rain. They're a little bit lower for many in Lakes Country, Otter Tail, and Becker County, and 1 to 3 inches of snow will be a possibility in our westernmost counties, and that's only through Saturday night. Temperatures now lovely. Get out and enjoy. A little cooler up in northeast North Dakota, 40s there. Some sprinkles exiting the area, but not much of that is reaching the ground. Fargo tomorrow, 40s ramping up to 50. Rain chances throughout the day, but the heaviest of the rain looks to be just off to the west of Fargo and north. Beautiful shot here of some contrails slipping through the skies of Twin Valley. Annette, thanks for your photo. Planning forecast, first alert weather days through Saturday. The impacts on our rivers last into next week as we cool it off. Wednesday's rain chance that we'll keep our eyes on appears to be diving south, and we can all say whew for that, and hopefully that trend continues.
And no snow.
No snow in Fargo.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hutch. Up next on Valley News Live at 6 is health leaders talk about the United States shifting out of the pandemic phase. We look into how North Dakotans are faring against COVID right now.